Okay, now that I've posted that caption, I feel like Slim Shady. May I have your attention, please? So I intentionally made that title, I See Dead People, because you do too. Oh gosh, I need to get my roots coming. You do too. We all do. And yesterday hit really different for me. I think whenever I kept seeing all the posts about the resurrection and everything that was being talked about leading up to Resurrection Sunday, it didn't hit like it did after. And, you know, I know from speaking and talking to people, I know that people forget literally the second you stop talking, they forget what you said. And so I was thinking about this and thinking how when the pastor said, "It is finished," he didn't say he was finished or you're finished. He said it was finished. And so all day today, it has really been sitting in my heart. And when I say, y'all are going to say, well, with all this gray hair, girl, I go see my hair diva. It's growing faster than I can keep up with. So when I was starting to think about it, how many people, including myself, for a very long time have been walking around dead. Now, I know that's hard and harsh and nobody wants to hear that word, but when it's become your reality, when you literally have seen a loved one die, when you've seen them tangibly and you've seen the face of death, when you've literally walked through the valley of the shadow of death, it changes you. There's something about just that visual that changes. And immediately what I thought about was all the people that I have seen for so much time walking around lifeless because they have given up. Something happened in their life and it set them back, or something tragic happened and they lost their way. It literally is a reality that I'm too familiar with, and I am all too I recognize it very easily when I see someone and, you know, not just not wearing a smile, but that they just physically look lifeless. And so I just want to encourage some of you, because maybe you've been in the place that I have been in. And the last year, it feels like new things are blooming, coming back to life, feeling that rejuvenation. And yesterday, just resurrection felt so personal. Resurrection felt like something happening inside of me. And really, I think that's what it should be. I think it should be about us. And so I was reflecting today, because I go on to the units here in the next few minutes, and we have the opportunity to work with girls in recovery. And we dig deep. We dig deep every semester. We talk about unforgiveness. We talk about the most tragic point in their life. We talk about the opportunities that they've had since they started in their addiction that they've missed. We talk about the first time that they decided to numb their pain. And so as somebody that is an administrator and a moderator and a facilitator for all of these things, it's easy to not reflect on your own life. And so yesterday, as I was thinking and just pondering and sitting in a space today, I'm thinking there are so many people walking around lifeless. Life has kicked them and they can't get back up. So I want to encourage you, if that's you, if something has happened and it has got you to the place where you feel like, man, I just don't know the way forward. I don't know if I should take a pivot. I don't know if I should go to the right. This last past year, I was disappointed in some things that happened in business and some different realizations. They didn't happen the way I hoped and I planned and intended for them to happen, but they happened the way they were supposed to. And so for me, it's looking at it from a different lens and being able to say, what was that point that maybe took the wind out of your sails, that caused you to not believe, to cause you to be disappointed or discouraged? Those are the people I'm talking to, because for me and for you, what I know is that it's a choice. When I first started walking down the journey of learning who I was in 2022, it it was very clear to me. I would get into all these groups and all these spaces of people that were walking that same journey. And what I realized is there was no life in the groups. There was no life in those pages. Everyone was talking about the pain of the past. And although I am very big proponent on you've got to heal it, you got to feel it, and then you share it, but you can't stay there. You can't stay in that space because so many people depend on you to get back up. There's something inside of you that needs to rise up. There's something inside of you that only you have been given the responsibility to accomplish during this lifetime. So as I was thinking today, and as I was thinking about my girls, and as we're going in tonight, I think, I get to see a lot of lifeless faces. I get to see a lot of lifeless dreams. I get to see a lot of lifeless voices and hearts. And I want to encourage you, if you feel a little lifeless lately, I want you to go back to something that used to make you come alive, something that you used to enjoy. Maybe that was a hobby. Maybe that was a friend. Maybe that was a experience, something you enjoyed doing. Go back to that. See what that feels like. We are in a space where we're overstimulated. We get so much information, knowledge, stimulation, but we don't recognize, how does that make me feel? Does it make me feel energized? Does it make me feel charged? Does it make me feel drained? And then we get to determine what we continue to put ourselves around. So we want to be walking in the land of the living. We want to be walking among people that are giving life, that are creating new ideas, that are inspiring, that are edifying, that are encouraging people. And one of the things that I find is that we're just walking around amongst people with no awareness of maybe they're missing a smile, maybe they're missing that light completely, and maybe that's you. So today, as I have been thinking about just the whole resurrection and the statement that our pastor made, and he said, it is finished, but he wasn't finished. You're not finished. I'm not finished. What is that thing that maybe you put on a dream board? Maybe that thing that you spoke that you wanted to accomplish, or maybe it's just a simple task that's sitting in your closet and you need to finish it. I want to challenge you to finish that, because that one thing may spark a whole domino effect of things that bring you back to life. And maybe there's that one thing that if you were in my class tonight and we sat in front of you one-on-one and asked the question, when was it that you gave up? When was it that the shine went out of your life, the smile went from your face? What was it? Was it what somebody said, or somebody did, or a dream that didn't materialize, or a business venture that didn't go the way you thought it should, or a relationship that ended prematurely, or maybe it was a loss of life? What was it? Go back to that thing. Feel it, heal it, and then you can begin to share it. And then what happens? You become the light, because then something you walked through becomes someone's testimony and testament of, if she can do it, I can do it. It's a game changer. It changes everything. So thinking about you all, thinking about all of your faces that pop up on my social media and my social spaces, and y'all know I'm always praying, because I know that it's a privilege to speak into your newsfeed. Grant access to those people that you allow into your heart, your mind, and soul. And go be a life giver. Don't walk around seeing dead people. And yes, I'm going to get my hair, my roots colored. I'll be a whole new girl.